Today I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania. I was hired to back up Bernadette Peters with the Erie Philharmonic Orchestra. It's a huge honor to be a part of that, and probably going to be one of the coolest gigs I had this year, so I thought I'd take you along for it. I looked at the music the other day. It looked like I was supposed to bring a steel string acoustic, an archtop jazz guitar, and a banjo, but all I ended up needing was the jazz guitar. So I've got that. I've got my Fishman acoustic amp as a monitor, and then the Stomp XL for amp modeling and effects and such. This is Mercyhurst University in Erie. I think it's a Catholic college. Something I've wanted to do more of lately on this channel is just take you along and share with you all the different gigs that I do, and specifically, like today I can talk about what a house band gig is. It's essentially when you have a touring artist and they need to hire musicians to fill out the rest of the band. So in this case, it's the main act, and then I think she had the drummer, the bassist, and a few other musicians in the orchestra that are her own. The rest of the orchestra was subcontracted through the Erie Philharmonic, so that's how they got me. Basically, we've got, I think, 4 first violins, 2 seconds, 2 cellos, 2 violas, and then a full woodwind section, like 5 or 6 percussionists. So this is one of the biggest Broadway-style productions I've been a part of. And as far as house band work goes, this is the first one I've done since getting off cruise ships in early 2020, right before the pandemic. So it's cool to get back to it. I did that for years, and it's something that I really enjoy. And if I can talk up myself a little bit, I'm pretty good at it. I read music really well, and I'm pretty well versed in like classical ensembles and stuff. So it works out just for my skill set. This morning when I left home, I panicked a little bit. I got about an hour away, and I realized I forgot the guitar stand, the triple, quadruple guitar stand that I put together a little bit ago. So I had to bring an acoustic guitar, a banjo, and my archtop jazz guitar for this gig. Turns out that all I needed after all was the archtop. No one really told me. And they even had a backline deluxe here, so I literally could have just shown up with the guitar. I think it turned out all right. They wanted me to go direct, and that's good that I had the Helix rig with me, and I'm just using my Fishman acoustic amp as a personal monitor. I'm gonna get a bite to eat, and then I'm heading to the concert. As you can imagine, being in the penalty box, as I call it, in that plexiglass with the drummer and the bassist, it's really loud, and I had a really hard time hearing across the ensemble at some points. Luckily, pretty much every time the guitar plays in music like this, the drums are also playing, so as long as I'm playing in time and reading the music correctly, or what I think is correct, it'll hopefully come out well. So there was a few moments where I was playing some chords that didn't quite sound like they were the correct choice, and I wasn't really able to hear stuff, but no one told me anything different. No one told me it was wrong, so I'm just gonna play them. This is a pretty good example of what guitar music usually looks like if you haven't seen it before. It's a healthy combination of dots on a staff, standard notation, and chord symbols with rhythmic notation, slashes underneath. This is what house band music tends to look like after a few years of using the same chart over and over for different performances, different players. It just becomes an incoherent collection of scribbles at some point, and it can be hard to tell what you should or shouldn't play. This is my typical jazz guitar setup. I have a solo delay and a time-based delay that's connected to the tap tempo. I have a reverb switch. I have the ability to add in a chorus sound, a compressor, and then an alternate EQ that just gets a slightly darker sound. The guitar is an Eastman AR810, which is a floating pickup archtop. It looks like the audience is starting to take their seats, so thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward to playing this concert. It's definitely going to be a highlight of the year for me.